Mod 120. I'm back. What we're going to do today is we're going to do some extra exercises. These are not in the textbook. These are some word problems that I mentioned I was going to create and go over. So I actually posted this on the website, carolsclass.com, under BOA 1 and under week 3's documents. It's where the term words are and all those other documents. Huh?
BOA 120.
Yeah, BOA 120. Anyway, print that up. Try to do the exercises yourself first, and then follow along this video. So you can pause this video between problems, do the problem, and then go ahead and play it. Okay, so the first one is number 1. Mr. Adler takes out a loan for $300,000. His house ends up, for his house, he ends up paying $305,600. How much is he paying in interest charges? And what percent is his interest? Well, first of all, let's figure out how much he's paying in interest. If we know that the principal is $300,000, right? And he's paying $305,600, right? Do we need to be a math genius to figure out how much he's paying in interest? No, we just subtract. So he's ending up paying $5,600 in interest. Okay? And then they're asking now, what percent is he paying? So what do we have to figure out? We have to figure out 5,600 is what percent of 300,000. So we'll go over here. 5,600 over 300,000 equals what percent? Okay? You guys know the drill? Cross multiply. And then divide. And you get a number that looks like 1.866666667. Okay? So we want to round this down to the hundredth. The hundredth is 2 places to the right of the decimal, right there, right? So since this number right here is greater than 5, what do we do with this 6? Does it stay 6 or does it change? If you said that it changes to a 7, you are correct. So the interest is 1.87%. So the answer to number 1 would be the amount of interest he's paying is $5,600, and he's paying 1.87% interest. Okay, so that was number 1. All right, so pause the video now and do number 2 before you watch me do it number 2. All right, pause while I'm erasing. All right. So number 2, Miss Wakefield wants to buy a car, but can't afford to buy a car. Can't afford to pay a car loan interest more than 7.5%. Okay. If she buys a car for $12,000, all right, and the interest is $950, can she afford to buy this car? So what it's asking is, what is her interest? What is the percent? So what do we have to calculate? 950 is the interest, 12,000 is the principal. So what percent is it? Okay, so 950 cross multiply times 100, and then divide by the remaining. So the interest that she would be paying is 79.9166 6, 6, 6, 7. There we go with all those sixes again. So what do I do here? This 1 goes up to 2. So it would be 7.92. So, answer the question. If she can't pay more than 7.5%, can she afford this loan? The answer would be no.
Can't get that car.
No, can't get that car. So, the second part of that question is, what is the percentage of the loan? Well, we figured it. 7.92%. Okay? So she'll have to go look elsewhere at another bank or another dealership that offers a better loan package. All right. While I'm erasing, push pause and do number 3. Okay. Number 3. Oh, there's a second part of number 2. I'm sorry. Second part of number 2. How much would she pay in interest if she got the loan for 7.5%? Okay. So, how do we need to figure that? We got the car for $12,000, right? So maybe she negotiates. Say, hey, I'll take this car if you can get me this loan for 7.5%. So we need to figure out 7.5 over 100. We need to figure out how much she's going to pay. So this is 2A. And see that part. All right, so 12,000, 1, 2, 3, times 7.5 equals, and then divide by 100. So she would end up paying $900 in interest. Okay? The answer to 2A is $900. All right. Now that I'm erasing, do number 3. Okay. Push pause. Number 3. Oh boy. Okay. Mr. Randall P. McMurphy. Those of you who are older than me or old as me will know that name. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Randall P. McMurphy. Watch the movie. Mr. Randall P. McMurphy was released from the hospital. While he was in the hospital, his loan company suspended his car loan payment on the principal, but accumulated the interest amount. So in other words, he didn't have to pay back any on his principal, but they did expect him to pay back the interest that was accumulating during his hospital stay. Okay? His car loan was $9,250. Okay? His interest was 2.8%. Okay? So, he was in the hospital for 3 months. Okay, so he didn't pay any on his principal during those 3 months. So his principal amount that he owed stays the same. So we have to figure out what is his interest on this loan. Well, 9,250 times 2.8 equals, and then divide by 100 equals $259. He's paying in interest. Okay? And if they want 3 months worth of interest, what do we have to do? 259 times 3 equals $777. 259 times 3 equals, yep, $777. Okay. So that's number 3. All right. Don't put it on pause while I'm erasing, and we'll do number 4. All right. Jason and his committee have raised $41,250 $233.82 for the building fund for their church. The contractor states that it cost another $350,000 in order to build the planned church. What is the percentage of the needed funds that they have raised? Rounded to the nearest hundredth. So, they need another $350,000. So let's figure out what the total cost of this building is going to be. So they have this amount, and he says you'll need another. So the total that they need is not $350,000. It's $350,000 plus what we got here. Okay? So, I think we can do this without the calculator. 82, 3, 3, 2, 1, 9, 3. Does that look correct? All right. So this is the amount that they need. So they want to know what percent have they raised. So the question is, this is how much they raised, this is how much they need. Right? Equals. Equals what percent? Okay? Cross multiply and then divide. So 41,233.82 times 100 equals, and then divide by 391,233.82 equals. And then I've got 10.539439. So I want to round it to the 10th, right? To the 100th spot. The 100th spot, which is 3. This is more than 5, so this is going to be 10.54%. That's how much he has raised. Okay, so he's got to get on the ball and do some more fundraising. Maybe have some bake sales or cakewalks. Has anybody heard of a cakewalk? Those are fun.
That means it's easy, doesn't it? It's a cakewalk.
But it's actually a fundraiser.
Oh.
You do numbers around in a square or a circle, and you have numbers on them, and you play music. They're kind of like musical chairs, and people walk around, and then when they stop, the music stops, you stand on a number, and if that number is chosen, you get a cake or a pie.
I got to see that. I got to see that.
Yeah, they're fun. I mean, as fun as a cakewalk can be, I guess. That's why they call it something easy, because it's really doesn't take a lot of brain power. Okay. So, let's see. Number 5. I hope you put it on pause, and you did number 5. Macy was selling designer jean shirts that were originally priced $58. She was selling it for $88. What percent is the markup? Okay? So, what information do we have? We have that she's originally priced $58. They're now $88. So, we have to figure out what is the markup. The markup is the difference between what they were originally and what they are now. Or what they were originally and what they are now. The markup. So this is $30, right? All right. So what is percent of the markup? They originally priced at $58. So they're $58. They marked it up $30. So what is the percent? Okay. Cross multiply. 30 times 100. And divide by 50 equals 51.7241379. Again, this number is less than 5. So what happens to that 2? It stays a 2. So 51.72% is correct. That's how much it increased. All right. Number 6. Riverside College is having a sale on textbooks. They're offering 33.33% on all last year's edition textbooks. Lacey bought the book that would normally cost $256 for her biology course. What is the discount amount and how much what did the discount amount and how much did she pay? Okay. So, the book normally costs $256. Okay? We know that she's getting 33.33% off of it. Right? Cross multiply. 256. 256 times 33.33. Don't forget your decimals. Divide by 100 equals. So, 85.32. The answer is actually 85.3248. But since this is less than 5, this stays 32. Okay? So this is the amount of what? What's going to happen? This is not the amount she pays. No. This is the amount that is discounted. So 85.32 is the amount that's going to be discounted. So how much is she going to pay? Well, we need to take this amount now and subtract it from the original price. So 85.32, subtract it. Okay? 256 minus 85.32 equals, so she's going to end up paying $170.68 for her textbook. And yes, that's about the price of some college textbooks. They are very expensive. Okay, so that was number 6. All right, while I'm erasing, push pause because we have 2 more to do. Let's do it all in one video. 7. Tom did a recording for his YouTube show. He normally does a 90-minute presentation. Today, he did a 120-minute presentation. By what percent did he increase his presentation time? Okay, so he normally does 90. He did a 120-minute. So first of all, we have to figure out what is the difference between 120 and 90, right? What's the difference? If you said 30, you are correct. Quick shortcut, if this was 100, you know that would be 20 difference. This is 10 from 100, so you just add 10 to it. That's a shortcut. So, we need to know 30 is what percent of 120? By what percent did he increase his presentation? He normally does a 90 minutes. Sorry, 30 is 90 minutes. So 30 over 90 equals x over 100. Okay. What percent? So 30 times 100 equals, divide by 90 equals 33.33333333. It'll go on 333 for eternity. Try it. If you had eternity. But since we're staying at the 100th, this is less than 5, so we'll take 33 and 33. 33.33% he increased. Okay? That was number 7. Okay, I hope you pushed pause and did number 8, because number 8 is going to take a few calculations before we get everything we need. So, the problem says, Jim Daniels worked a long 40 hours, plus 5 hours of overtime. If he gets paid $17.85 per hour, his employee's policy is that any overtime hours are paid at 250% of his hourly wage. How much will his check be? Okay, so there's a few things we need to calculate here. First of all, we need to figure out how much is his 40 hours that he worked. So he worked 40 hours, we'll put up here, 40 hours of regular time and 5 hours of overtime. Okay? So 40 hours, he gets paid at $17.85. So we need to just multiply that times 40. Okay? So we're going to take the handy dandy calculator, 3.85 times 40 equals. So his regular pay is going to be $714. Okay? Put that to the side. Now we need to figure out how much he's going to get paid in overtime. So the policy, the employer's policy is to pay 250% of his regular hourly wage. So if he gets paid 17.85%, we need to figure out what is $17.85 per hour. What is 250% of 17.85? Okay, remember this is going to be one of those where this number is going to be larger than this because our number up here is larger than this. Okay, so don't be intimidated by that. So 17.85 times 250 equals, and then we're going to divide by 100 equals. So his hourly wage for overtime is going to be, I got 44.625. Since this is 5, we're going to make this 2 into a, you said 3, you are correct, 3. So his overtime is 44.63. So in other words, he's getting $44.63 per hour when he's working overtime. So how many hours did he work overtime? He worked 5. So we need to take that 44.63 and multiply it times 5. So his overtime pay is going to be $223.15. Okay? So the question is, how much is his gross check going to be? His gross means how much is your total check before any deductions. So what do we need to do? We need to add his regular hours plus his overtime hours. Okay? So we're going to take the 714 and no cents plus 223 and 15 cents. And we're going to get $937.15. That's his gross. Okay, so think of gross as what you make before any deductions, and net is what you get after deductions. So think of all those taxes as a net, and the gross has to go through the net, and what comes through is what you get. All right, so we're not done yet. The question is, if the government deducts 32.87%, how much is his net going to be? So, 937.15. We have to figure out what is 32.87% of $937.15. So it seems like the more you make, the more the government gets, right? We all know that song. $937.15 times 32.87 equals, divide by 100 equals. So they're going to get their little bite of, I get a number of 308,041,205. So we know that this number right here is less than 5. So we just make everything disappear, and it's 308,004. So now their question is, how much will his net pay be? Well, we figure that out by doing what? By subtracting from his gross. Of Poor guy, he worked so hard, he would do those hours overtime, and he's not going to end up with what he wanted.
It's not
what he
right.
expected. Minus 308.04 equals, so he's going to take home $629.11.
He needs a good CPA.
He does. That's his net. So hopefully he can get that back in his at the year end when he files his taxes. So that is number 8. There were a few things we had to do there. Calculate his regular time, calculate his overtime, add his overtime to his regular, and then subtract what the government pays. Okay? So that's it. I'll post some more, and probably by Monday we'll do some more, and we'll be into week 4 by Monday. So you guys have a good weekend. If I don't talk to you, talk to you between then. Bye.